their budget, too. Both the House and the Senate approved a spending plan that promises the first balanced budget since 1969. The next step, to approve those tax cuts, then search for a compromise on spending and taxes acceptable to President Clinton. Is there such a thing as too much religious freedom? This morning, by a 6-3 vote, justices struck down the 4-year-old Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Now, that law made it tougher for governments to do anything that hindered anyone's religious liberties. Ohio and 15 other states had complained that the religious protection law was being abused by inmates of state prisons who have filed thousands upon thousands of lawsuits demanding special privileges linked to religious claims. Now, many of those lawsuits could be dismissed.
Acted to push religion to the fringes of society.
This decision robs those Americans of a significant level of protection from our government, from intrusion by the government on their religious freedom.
Dissenting from the majority, Justice Sandra Day O'Connor said the Constitution guarantees the right to participate in religious activities without impermissible government interference. An Air Force Academy trainer jet has crashed in Colorado, killing 2 people. The T-3 trainer crashed at about 2 p.m. in a field near a golf course across from the military school. No one on the ground was hurt. The identities of the 2 victims have not yet been released. The plane apparently narrowly missed houses along the edge of that golf course. Is it worth skipping your insulin shot to lose weight? Many diabetic teenage girls are apparently practicing a dangerous diabetic diet. Canadian researchers found that 1/3 of the adolescent girls at one hospital regularly underdose themselves with insulin. Typically, youngsters with diabetes gain about 10 pounds when they start taking those insulin shots. Skipping insulin can cause eye damage. The results were published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Well, Princess Diana, she's a role model for many young girls, for many grown women too, I guess. And while many would like to be her, some women got the opportunity tonight for the next best thing, to dress like her. 79 of Princess Di's fancy duds went on the auction block at Christie's in New York. CNN reporter Patrice Formby was there.
The bidding here in New York City was rapid fire and not for those on a budget.
I knew she was going to say that. 200,000.
This dress stole the show at the Reagan White House more than a decade ago when Princess Diana danced the night away with John Travolta. The ink blue gown stole the show once again in New York Wednesday night.
200,000. That's 200,000. Last time, yours, Francis, for $200,000.
Bidders were eager to snatch up Di's dresses, and they weren't shy about paying for them. This white beaded gown with matching bolero jacket is affectionately referred to as the Elvis dress. It went for a cool $135,000. And this one, rumored to be Di's favorite, went for $80,000. The first item in the auction set off a bidding war that sent the price soaring to $75,000.
At 70,000, 75,000.
And this notoriously short black dress brought in $65,000. Diana slipped into it the night Prince Charles admitted on national TV he had been unfaithful. Bidders threw around big bucks early on, then seemed to rein things in a bit. A majority of the collection was sold in the $20,000 range. But comedian Joan Rivers says the dresses weren't all that hot.
I thought the dresses were very ugly on the whole. I got in to see them. They weren't very well made.
The entire event raised more than $6 million for charity. In New York City, I'm Patrice Formby reporting.
Some very big bucks for Princess Di's duds. Thanks, Patrice, for taking us there. And now we're going to take you to a breaking story we're working on right now. It is in Akron. Let's take a look at the first video back from the scene. Police chased a woman who fled an accident scene. There was a high-speed chase that ensued, and what you see here is that the woman crashed. EMS crews, paramedics had to cut her out of her automobile. We're told she is being transported to the hospital. This just happened this evening, a breaking story, and you can see them pulling her out to safety. We do not have a condition update. If we learn that during this broadcast, we will bring it to you immediately. Some severe weather in our area. Let's get right to John Loffman.
Plenty of wet roads in that video we just saw as well. Good news is watches and warnings have all expired or have been canceled. That's what we have to deal with. Take a look at Instant Doppler 3 radar. The light shades of green represent light and moderate rain, and that's all that's left now. It continues its slow progress off to the east-southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour now, and will be on the wane through the course of the nighttime hours. Tomorrow should be a fine day to go boating. 64 the new water temperature. Winds out of the northwest for a change. 10 to 20 knots, 2 to 4 footers out there tomorrow. 92, hottest temperature of 97. 74, our morning start. Where do you see the current temperatures? 81.59. 104, that sizzler in 1988, 9 years ago, the hottest temperature ever achieved in Cleveland. And they can stay that way. I remember the day well. 41. 1979, 5:56 tomorrow morning sunrise. We pull the shade on the day these days at 9:05 tonight and tomorrow night as well. In fact, right through the 3rd of July. Currently, we are checking in at 70 degrees, if we can get it up here. 69 at Akron, Canton. Still raining to beat the band in Mansfield. Thunderstorm in Youngstown. Dayton and Cincinnati, there are the extremes. And 81 also at Steubenville, where they haven't had much rain, though it has been pouring in places. Again, Valley City near Medina picked up 2 inches in about half an hour's time. Here's a line of storms. It continues, again, off to the southeast and will fade as the wee hours of the morning wear into the daybreak hours. Here's still a severe thunderstorm watch box in the Empire State portions of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Back through here, they've had as much as 4 inches of rain through the Dixie states, and still a severe thunderstorm watch box right on the border of Colorado as we head into Kansas. Frontal situation shapes up this way. Cold front just poised to our northwest is going to continue slow progress off to the east during the course of the nighttime hours. Low pressure here tracking eastward. This is the one coming on through. As it makes its passage, the air mass here much drier and cooler. High pressure will take over as it builds in. Not only will we see temperatures that are much more seasonable, but we'll also see an air mass that's much more livable. This cool front will never make it to us. In fact, this will start to retreat as a warm front, but not till the end of the weekend. Temperatures tomorrow back in the 80s in our part of the country. In fact, most of the nation looking at 80s and 90s. Nation's capital hit triple figures today, 100. There they are. Cool spots in the northwest, the southwest, looking at triple figures once again for tomorrow. Our forecast shows a great deal of improvement and includes scattered showers and thunderstorms diminishing, and by daybreak, though, we'll dip to 66 degrees. This clicker just doesn't want to go with me. I think we're going to start to see a clearing trend. The mostly sunny skies will take over through the course of the day tomorrow. We'll top in the mid-80s, and again, the progression of clearing will be northwest to southeast. Same progress as the front as it moves on through. From there, clear skies, starry and seasonable. The weather words for Friday night, or Thursday night, rather. Friday, look for an 84 on the high side with plenty of sunshine. Saturday, clouds start to come back. 84, 85 on Sunday. Monday could be 85, 86 degrees with a chance of a shower or thunderstorm. The good news is we're out of the woods.
Oh, thank goodness. Everybody's relieved. Coming up, some people really like to toot their horn, don't they? And who wouldn't if you had a 6-foot sax? That story's still ahead. Also, an important story for parents. Do you own one of a million playpens that could possibly be a death trap? Hi, I'm Donna Terrell.
And I'm Mark Nolan.
When you wake up with us for Channel 3 News in the morning, the latest on the investigation into what caused a BP window washer to fall to his death.
And Del puts his Volkswagen in reverse and takes us back to 1979.
And an Olympic hero escapes into our studio to help with our musical moment.
Sounds like fun. Join us for Channel 3 News in the morning starting at 5:30. We'll see you then.
This portion of Channel 3 News is brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. We're winning Ohio over.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
And here's a deal that you'd be crazy to pass up. $249 a month to drive a new Ford F-150. That's $249 a month on the best-selling full-size pickup in Northeast Ohio.
I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
See your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Bet you want to know what Summerfest is. Summerfest is family fun.
It's good food.
It's a great value. They're both right. Because Summerfest is a great deal on grilled prime rib at Ponderosa Steakhouse. Grilled for that summertime flavor, served with our buffet and Sunday bar, all at a great low Summerfest price you won't want to miss. Summerfest is grilled prime rib
at Ponderosa.
Hurry in for Summerfest.
It's time for the Jeep National Sales Event. And what event would be complete without the usual smiling faces? Cool refreshments, colorful decorations, and of course, great values. Like this $275 a month lease on the new Jeep Cherokee. With its off-road capabilities and over 40 advancements, no wonder it's four-wheeler of the year. It's at the Jeep National Sales Event. Going on now with all the usual fanfare, not to mention a few balloons.
See your Superstar Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
What else is so rare, so naturally brilliant, so exquisitely pure, that it can capture the light of your love? This year, give her the diamond that will take her breath away.
Want to let the world know you're Cleveland's #1 fan? Do it in a limited edition All-Star Pontiac Grand Am. With air, anti-lock brakes, and more, this Grand Am's built for kicks, built for keeps. And for a limited time, you can lease one for just $188 a month. Let's replay that. Just $188 a month for a Grand Am package with All-Star badges, sports stripes, even a special brass keychain. So slide into your Northern Ohio Pontiac dealer and test drive the limited edition All-Star Grand Am while supplies last. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th.
A certain playpen can injure or even kill a baby, and now more than 1 million of those playpens are being recalled. The Even Flow company says its portable play yards are dangerous and possibly deadly. Their hinges can collapse, trapping the child inside. Here are the Even Flow model names: the Happy Camper, Happy Cabana, and Kitty Camper. Owners can get free repair kits by calling this number, 1-800-447-9178. Now grab a pen and paper. If you didn't get this number down, we'll show it to you again in just a few minutes, so you can be sure to call. Well, a big night for Mike Fratello. The question is, was the number 13 lucky for him, Jimmy?
It seems as though they feel it was. We'll have to wait and see on this one, but the Cavs made it a very interesting draft night over at Gund Arena because they picked guards with their 2 picks in the first round. So when number 13 rolled around, it was a very popular choice. Derek Anderson is the man. Anderson comes out of Kentucky, but before that he played at Ohio State, then finished at Kentucky, and it was a popular pick at Gund Arena. Look.
I think it's a good pick if the knee holds up. He was an outstanding player at Ohio State, and I'd be glad to if he works out here with us.
All right, the fan makes a good point. Here's why. Let's go inside the pick. Derek Anderson is a tremendous player, but he had knee trouble at Ohio State, and then after he won a national championship at Kentucky in his senior year, he blew out his ACL ligament. So what about the knee, Derek? Is it okay?
They don't have to worry. You know, I've been working hard, and, you know, injury can happen to anyone. You know, it's a part of the game, and because I've been able to come back and, you know, face that adversity and overcome it, I think Cleveland realizes that.
You just have to accept some risk in taking a talent as Derek Anderson.
Now to the 16th pick. There he is, all 5'9.5" of them. Brevin Knight, a point guard out of Stanford, an electrifying player in the open floor, but he's very, very small by NBA standards. Yet he is thrilled to be coming to Cleveland and feels he'll fit into the now busy and populated guard corps.
My style is up and down, and with Derek and Bob Sura, hopefully Terrell playing, then we can definitely score more points. I look forward to getting up and down. Playing tough defense allows you to get out and get easy transition baskets, so that's definitely what I'm looking forward to.
Cavs had one more pick, number 45 in the second round. They went for Cedric Henderson, a 6'7" forward out of Memphis. But let's go back to this draft and take a look at it right now. 2 guards in the first round and a tiny point guard. We already have a point guard who's a little bit small, but great, Terrell Brandon. Now, the Cavs had been shopping Brandon around in the pre-draft days. Does this assumption now lead to the fact that maybe Brandon is going to be on the trading block still, and could they deal him away?
The fact that you draft a player at a similar position doesn't signify anything, because you have to draft players, and it's always been my belief that you draft the best player that's available at the time.
Let's talk more draft. There was no trade for Scottie Pippen, like Mike Fratello told us on Channel 3 News at 6 o'clock, and Michael Jordan denies calling up and saying that he'd retire if they traded Pippen away. And then when number 1 rolled around, San Antonio stepped to the plate, and it was no surprise at all. Tim Duncan out of Wake Forest was the number 1 choice in the draft. And boy, teamed up with David Robinson, they'll have quite a front line along with Sean Elliott. Here's the top 10. Hey, congratulations to number 4, Antonio Daniels, the great player going to Vancouver. He is now, of course, out of Bowling Green. There's Tony Batty at number 5. And then the second 5 went this way. And remember that Keith Van Horn at number 2 could be traded away. Ron Mercer, Tim Thomas, Foyle from Colgate, McGrady to the Raptors, and Danny Fortson, who the Cavs had some interest in out of Cincinnati, goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. He is targeted to be traded away, too. Now to baseball. No baseball, or at least just a little baseball, then a lot of rain over at Jacobs Field tonight. Look at that sky. They waited an hour, and they did play a couple of innings. Charles Nagy in the first inning gave up a 2-run homer to Terry Steinbach, and Minnesota jumped ahead by a score of 2-0. Then Sandy Alomar hit this home run, which would make it 24 games in a row with a hit and give him the new record for catchers hitting in consecutive games for the Indians, passing Ray Fosse, but that's all wiped out. Game was called because of rain. No make-up date yet. Hold on to your ticket stubs and check out tonight's scoreboard. See if you're 5'9", you can play in the NBA.
There you go. We're in.
There's some hope.
Thanks, Jimmy. It's big, it's brass, and it takes a really deep breath to play a tune. The story coming up.
Here are tonight's winning Ohio lottery numbers.
Ever notice rallies are always in some place like Thailand or Beijing? And where the heck is Catalonia anyhow? Subaru knows there are extreme driving conditions right here in the good old US of A. That's why we put full-time all-wheel drive on all our cars, not unlike the kind that helped us win 2 World Rally Manufacturers Championships. World-class traction and control, right in your own backyard. Hey, why should Catalonia have all the fun? Subaru, the beauty of all-wheel drive.
Bob Evans and Cross Country Inns presents Summer in Ohio, where you can visit the fast lane, the slow lane, even the passing lane. And while you're out, drop by Bob Evans and Cross Country Inns for something new, something a little bit different, or just a summertime favorite. To learn more, get your free Ohio Pass travel planner and summer breaks coupon booklet. Call 1-800-BUCKEYE. Bob Evans, Cross Country Inns, and Ohio, offering something great at every turn.
This year, you will find something you never thought possible. It's big, really big. So ask your doctor about prescription Zyrtec, or call toll-free to see how this prescription medicine may help you.
This is Big Value City Department Store's annual indoor-outdoor tent sale. You'll find this summer's hottest items at the most incredible prices imaginable. Save $200 on a 3-piece tricolor wicker set, only $99.99. And choose from a huge selection of fans featuring a 20-inch fan by Lasco, only $12.99. Find amazing specials in every department. You'll save up to 70% store-wide. Don't miss Value City Department Store's indoor-outdoor tent sale. Save big.
In some places, full-time four-wheel drive isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. The incredible 7-passenger Lexus LX 450. Take the high road at your Cleveland area Lexus dealer.
No doubt President Clinton would love to get his hands on it, what could be the biggest saxophone in the world. It is 6 feet 8 inches. Musician Scott Robinson dreamed of the contrabass sax after he learned of its existence at an antique shop in Rome. Now, the shop owner didn't want to part with it, but finally did for $4,000 bucks. What does Scott do with the super sax? Well, he plays at jazz festivals and even performed for the soundtrack of a new Jackie Chan movie. Sounds good. And we want to thank you for making us your choice for news tonight. Have a great night, a great tomorrow, and watch Jay Leno coming up next.